Hello beautiful souls, this is Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be looking at XRP and we're going to be setting it up for our next target. First thing is we're going to start off on our weekly target and our weekly time frame. We're going to set some support and resistance using our pivot highs and lows indicator. We're going to set a support and resistance horizontal line. So this would be my weekly resistance and this is my weekly support. So as you can see, it's playing with this contraction phase here. Wonderful. I hope you're having a beautiful day. So once I have that, we're gonna set some basic trend lines on our weekly. Just a one touch, two touch, and we're focusing on price action right now. Okay, and now my weekly trend lines are orange. I want you to get used to them because sometimes you'll find some videos that I do without any voice. I like to just dance with my charts once in a while. Beautiful. So now we're going to go to the daily. Within the daily, same process. We're going to be focusing on just price action, see what the charts are doing right now, right here. So within our daily, we're going to set support and resistance. Same thing, you're going to turn on pivot highs and lows. So we're going to have, this will be my resistance for the day, and my day color is yellow, and this will be my support. Okay, so within the daily, I like to turn on my higher high, lower low trend lines, and I do use two of them that I overlap. One is always set at 30, and one I play around with 3, 6, or 9, keeping it within the universe numbers. So just looking at this, I want to draw some trend lines. Again, just focus on price action. So one touch, two touches, and I'm actually going to use this one, this high. I'll show you one just to give you a daily target. One touch into to this lower high here, two touches. So because it broke to the upside, I want to see what this target would be. So based on my one touch, two touch targets, I'm gonna go right in between. This is my lowest peak, and this would be my target for the daily. Okay, let me go ahead and color it or turn it yellow, and I'm gonna highlight it so I can know that this is a daily target. Let me remove this. Okay, so let's say it would roll down from this daily trend line to the downside. It would be one touch, two touches. This is my highest peak, right, where I'm placing this vertical line. So right where it intersects the trend line and the vertical line, that would be my daily target here. Wonderful. Okay, so they seem pretty far. Let's move into our 4 hours. Well, not really. I mean, XRP is a wild one. I don't really trade it. I'm just trying to show you what's the next possible move here. I didn't give you a weekly target, and I think it's important just for long term. Let me go back. Sorry about that. But just based on this, the orange trend lines, right? We're going to do one touch, two touch. This is the highest peak. So if, right? So right where it intersects, that's where my target would be. So the low of XRP, I see it coming at 16 cents. And this is my weekly target, my weekly bearish target. Let me go ahead and turn this orange. So let's say it breaks this orange trend line to the upside, right? My lowest point is right here. So my bullish target for XRP on the weekly would be at 92 cents. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the 4 hours. So within the 4 hours, because we did the daily, right? So after the daily, I move into my 4 hours. Within the 4 hours, I'm going to set a range, just like I did in the daily, right? We're concentrating where price action is. So if you understand market structure, you understand that this is a contraction phase right here, an accumulation phase, right? It's harder to see it with the XRP because it's so wicky, but this is a contraction phase. Then we have trend down, contraction phase, right? Trend down, contraction phase, trend up, contraction phase. Okay, so right now we're just focused on this contraction phase within our 4 hours. It's important to just pinpoint and focus, especially as a day trader or even a swing trader. Like, this is the 4 hours. 4 hours could take weeks to play out. So anyhow, this is your contraction phase right now. So within this contraction phase, I'm going to again turn on my pivot highs and lows. And I'm going to connect some trend lines because every contraction phase will give you a pattern. Either the Wyckoff, the falling wedge, rising wedge, a flag. And just off the bat right here, you probably could see it. We have this nice flag forming. And my 4 hours are green. Okay, this could be a flag. It's within this triangle. So let's get the measure move for our bullish target. So if this were to break to the upside, you know, I don't like that. I think it would be bigger. I think it would be this whole move. Yeah. Right? Or it could be this too. This to here. Let's be more realistic. There you go. I like that one because that would be my weekly high. That would cause a double top. Right? Look, 1 touch, 2 touches. I think that's a really good target. And level to level, contraction phase to contraction phase. So let's go ahead and turn the screen. And this would be my 4 hour measure move from this flag. Let me go ahead and set a target. Okay, beautiful. And same process, let's say if it would to break to the downside, right? You get the measure move. And it would actually hit right on our daily trend line. So I like that too. See, it seems more accurate that way. Okay. Just trying to make it look cute and perfect. I love my charts and they're art to me, if you haven't noticed yet. And if you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me. I am the Queen of Charts and my Twitter is awakensoul_369. And I do share or try to share as many setups as I can. This was just today. So yeah, go ahead and follow me. So let me go ahead and tag this bearish 4 hour target. And another thing, as a technical and analyst, it's important for you to always have a bullish and bearish target. The charts will do whatever they want to do. and nobody knows where they're going next, so you have to be open-minded to that. Wonderful. So that's my 4 hours. So I did not turn on my 12 and 26 EMAs, but we will. Let me go back. And it's important to see the flow. I trade with the flow. So my 12 and my 26 tell me if we're in a bullish or bearish trend. So right here, technically we're still in a bearish trend because 12 and 26 have not crossed to the upside on my weekly. On my daily, we're in a bullish trend, right? Because price action is above the 12 and the 26. On my 4 hour, we are in a bullish trend because price action is above 12.26. Okay, so consider that when you're trading. I consider the 1 hour or even the 2 hour is better, right? So 2 hour, we're still bullish. So how would I trade this zone? So you could definitely set an alarms here to play the 4 hour. So we're gonna set cross up, and this would be cross down. And the alarms don't mean to come in and take a trade. It means to come in and assess your chart before you jump in. Okay, so just visualizing the charts right here. Let's go to my 1 hour. I want you to see the flow, right? Up and down, up and down. So with a trend line, follow it. Look, we went up. My 1 hours are blue. We came down. We went up. We came down. We went up, right? And now we're in a consolidation phase, this right here. So let's make support and resistance in my 1 hour, right? We have a support, and again, if you need help, turn on your pivot highs and lows. So this is my resistance here. Sorry, this is my support. Okay, and within this contraction phase, you could go up, come down. See how I see the flow? Go up, come down, and now we're going up. Okay, so if this trend line breaks to the downside, it could be a quick scalp to the downside on the 1 hour. Okay, so remember, this is a 4 hour trend line. So let's go to the 30 minutes. Let's set up our trade. I like to use my pivot highs and lows to show me the way. So I want you to see something. On my 4 hours, we have a high print. On my 1 hour, with a low, high, high. So this could be another lower high. Okay, so you have to be careful. It could be another lower high and it could come back down. So something to consider. 30 minutes. It's already printing. 15 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes. All right, so are you ready to set your range? This will be your high for your trade. Go orange. Let's make it bulky. And this is gonna be your low. Because you know, if we break this low, it would be confluence with this hourly trend line. If we break this high, it will be confluence with this 4 hour trend line. So this is actually a beautiful setup for XRP because it's gonna make a move. It has to. There's no space for it. So this is the play. So it's gonna go here, right? It could play with this, but if it breaks to the upside, retrace, and then it'll continue to the upside. And if it breaks the 4 hour trend line, we're going to our 4 hour target of 55. Okay, and let's say it breaks to the downside. If it breaks this to the downside, wait for a retrace, and then it continue to the downside. You take your short, and if it breaks to the downside, I would expect it to come to retest this 4 hour trend line at least, minimum. You could also pull a fib from bottom to top, so it could come back to the golden pocket of 0.65, retrace. But yeah, so that's how I would play this game. It looks pretty nice. It looks pretty bullish right now, to be honest with you, but it all depends. I was gonna say it all depends what Bitcoin does, but XRP does her own thing, I always say. But this would be the setup. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's how I set up my trades. And remember, one good trade a day makes the day. So set your alarms at your highs, your lows, wait for a confirmation to break to the upside or to the downside, and then take your trade. And like I said, if it breaks to the downside, most likely we're gonna retest this 4-hour trend line and possibly make another higher low here. That's what I see. And of course, if we break up, we're going to 555. All right, beautiful souls, thank you so much, and remember to do everything with love.